Are you tired of being tired? Go to adventknows.com.
High fly ball deep center field. Varsho's back. Track. Bye. Baseball. Willie Adames.
The Brewers and Reds face off at American Family Field with coverage beginning today at 2 with Brewers warm-up. We are your home for the Milwaukee Brewers. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Just after 9 o'clock, it's 66 degrees and mostly sunny in Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Jack Grau. A family calling for justice after a 9-year-old boy was shot and killed in his bedroom.
Yonael Zambrano was struck by a stray bullet Thursday night. The shooting happened just after midnight at an apartment complex near Swan and Allen. His cousin, Maynard Antunes, was sleeping one floor below. He tells TMJ4 News.
All I gotta say is, yes, just for Yonael. He didn't deserve this.
Surveillance footage shows a shootout happening in the parking lot below the apartment. Zambrano's death marks the 8th homicide involving a minor in Milwaukee since January. Wyatt Brumar-Pooley, WTMJ News.
The 2024 presidential campaign in full swing this weekend. Both President Biden and former President Donald Trump with busy schedules. CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette.
Former President Donald Trump celebrated his 78th birthday at a campaign rally in West Palm Beach, Florida. He touched on the economy, inflation, and immigration before thousands of enthusiastic supporters.
We will seal the border, stop the invasion, and send Joe Biden's illegal aliens back home where they belong.
President Biden wrapped up his trip to Italy for the G7 summit. He's preparing to offer legal status to undocumented immigrants who are married to American citizens and have lived in the U.S. for 10 years.
Billboards going up around the Milwaukee area documenting former President Trump's alleged comments that he called Milwaukee a horrible city. A community event today giving away hundreds of bicycles to children. Owner of Black Market MKE and founder of J Academy, Shake James, is hosting the Black on the Block event. He tells TMJ4 News there is one requirement to get a bike.
We're going to have some teachers here from Seaford Elementary School, so we want the kids to bring their report cards just because so we can stress the importance of education.
This is the second year Shake has thrown this event. Last year, he says they gave away 300 bikes, and this year he expects it'll be around 400. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 9:03.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Nagging pain lasting for months, difficulty performing everyday tasks, not moving like you'd like, it's time to see the doctor. And I recommend Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Anytime I've needed care, the appointments are timely, no waiting weeks to be seen, and no pressure to have surgery. It's about getting the right diagnosis and choosing a treatment plan that fits your life. No question where I turn if I'm injured again. The experts in care at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. It's orthowisconsin.com.
Rose Gray here from Fox World Travel. Don't miss the largest vacation sale in the nation. It's the Fox World Travel exclusive July sale with Apple Vacations. We have a huge selection of resorts at our favorite destinations in Mexico and the Caribbean, paired with nonstop flights to get you there fast. If you like saving, you do not want to miss this sale. Plus, enter for a chance to win an all-inclusive vacation. Visit foxworldtravel.com/July and get on the exclusive list. That's foxworldtravel.com/July.
I'm Randy Miller.
No, you're not. I'm Randy Miller, owner of All Right Home and Remodeling.
I'm DJ.
Someday you might be the owner of All Right.
Like you and Daddy?
You'll have to learn that our family business is about more than just our family.
Do it right, call All Right.
Yes, but doing things right also means giving back.
When you want it all right, you call All Right. All right, so many miles away.
Hey, John Mercure here for Landworks Wisconsin, locally owned landscape company that's fantastic. I know because they're doing the work in my yard. From their crews to the design consultants to the admin team, they're going to take great care of you when you're taking care of your home or your business. Joe, the guy working at my house, made a good observation. He was out there the other day and said, hey, what about bulbs? They're beautiful in the spring. Think about getting on the schedule for the fall today. You want a beautiful yard next year? You need to put some work into it this year. They are the real deal. LandworksWisconsin.com. Check it out. LandworksWisconsin.com.
Time for a WTMJ sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All sports desk. A close one, but a loss for the Brewers last night. Game 1 of this weekend's series against the Reds ends 5-6 Cincinnati. Game 2 this afternoon with a 3:10 first pitch, and WTMJ's coverage starting at 2. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving. Time safer traffic. Areas we're keeping an eye on certainly here in Milwaukee. 94 north to Plankinton Avenue. That right shoulder blocked due to a disabled vehicle there. And on the south side of Milwaukee County, 94 south at College Avenue. Expect some lane closures due to a disabled vehicle there.
Traffic is sponsored by Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Design Exchange is where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
And your WTMJ 5-day forecast, a high of 78 today with a slight chance of showers, getting down to a low of 64 this evening. On Sunday, beautiful weather for Father's Day, a high of 88, still slight chances of showers and storms. On Monday, a hot one, getting up to 92 for the high. Tuesday, a high of 88, and Wednesday, a high of 86, both chances of showers those days. In Madison, you're getting temperatures like 67 degrees with clouds. In Green Bay, it's 70 degrees and sunny. In Waukesha, 67 degrees and mostly sunny. Right here in Milwaukee, 66 degrees with sun. I'm Jack Grau, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:07.
The following program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands. Need a vacation? Whether it's the trip of a lifetime or a weekend getaway, we can help. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day.
Living the vacation lifestyle. Rose, you look actually very vacation-y today.
I'm kind of
flowing.
I'm kind of in a vacation mood because I'm heading north to Alaska tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what's the temperature like there right now?
It's going to be 80 when we land in Fairbanks.
Oh, that's weird. When you think Alaska, you don't think 80.
I'm good with it.
You're good.
I'm very, very, very good with it.
So what does this tour entail that you're going
So
with?
this is a private group.
Okay.
This is Rose finally getting to take all my friends and family to Alaska and experiencing it with my husband, who has never been, and celebrating a milestone, will not give you the number, birthday while I'm there.
Nice. Well, that sounds like an awesome trip.
It is.
So are you not here next week?
I am not only not here next week, I am not here for the next 2 weeks. However, I have got somebody that's going to fill in for me. And not only is she going to fill in for me, she's here in person.
Look at that.
Good morning.
Andrea, how are you?
I'm great. I haven't been here for a while. It's good to see you.
How does it feel to have your mother say she's taking her whole family?
I was actually going to pop in and say not her whole family, actually. Somebody's got to stay back and do her radio show.
So it was just interesting to watch the interaction between you two before we went on air. You can definitely tell you're not just co-workers by the way you were talking to each other.
Exactly. I've done this before, she said to me as I was trying to help her out.
Okay, so you're here this week and the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I had to get a reminder of how to get into this beautiful studio today.
Right.
Yeah,
so
it's been a while. But I got to tell you, the other reason that Andrea is here is because there is something big popping at Fox World Travel. And you might have heard the ad tease it before Jack did the news. Something's happening at Fox World Travel. It happens every July. I can't give you very many specifics, but Andrea is a very, very integral part of this event that's going to be taking place. So are you allowed to say anything?
Probably just as many details as you can, but it's something that we do every year. This is actually our 30th year doing this big exclusive July sale that we have. It's the biggest sale that Apple Vacations does with any partner in the entire nation.
So you've pretty much just blabbed.
Well, I blabbed. It's fine. No, we've been sending out lots of if you get our newsletters, if you see mailers, if you're on our website. I know you had the text line last week that encouraged you to get on the list, have conversations with our advisors now. So when this big sale happens, you're prepared, you're ready to go. It really encourages people to book now for winter travel. January, February, and March, we have those really great nonstop Milwaukee exclusive nonstop vacations flights with our partners at Apple. And this is going to give some really great deals and discounts to some of those really popular resorts throughout Mexico and the Caribbean where those Milwaukee charters fly to.
So with that, she mentioned the text line from last week. We're going to do it again. It was so popular and the text flooded in that we're going to do it again. So it's FWT. Fox World Travel, but you got to do FWT to 855-616-1620, and you will get an opportunity to sign up to be on the list. But more importantly, or just as important, let's say, you are also then entered into a drawing for a trip for two to any Riu property in Cancun or Punta Cana with nonstop options for you that we will give you. And if you happen to be in the sound of my voice, and everybody should be within the sound of my voice because we have live streaming going on, if that doesn't work out for you, we will give you a $1,200 air voucher to use to partner with this 4-day stay at any all-inclusive Riu.
Sounds like it's worth the text.
I would say so. So FWT 855-616-1620. And Dayton, what happens if they do it lowercase?
You'll get spell corrected. It'll correct to get. That does not get you the link sent back to you.
Right.
So you have to do all caps, or just make sure before you hit send that it didn't autocorrect to get, because that doesn't get you anything, ironically.
Well, exactly. And the other thing is, we should say 855-616-1620 if you want to talk to us, because we're getting texts that are saying, for example, I just got home from Alaska, second trip for me, saw Denali completely and clearly in the sun for my first time. Magnificent. Please, good karma. Good karma. Brands, send me good karma for my group to see that, or all of our groups. Colleen leaves Monday with a group.
You guys are both going to be in Alaska at the same time?
We are. We're going to be actually in Denali at the Mount McKinley Chalets one day, all of us. She's got 100. I got 47. There's going to be 147 Fox fans in Denali at the same time.
Taking over.
We're taking over.
I like it. All right. Get your calls and texts in. 855-616-1620. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Hey, boaters! Now, I wasn't eavesdropping. I just happened to overhear him talking about us. He said if you know what you're looking for, just rummage around. You'll find it. And it's true, because we stock more boat parts and accessories than anyone. Even those oddball parts you thought you'd never find. This is Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water. Hey, boaters!
Truly the best supplier around for all of our boating needs. This place is magic. I call it my candy store for boating parts. This is Dave Doro from Kendor Marine. And yeah, I said it, but these are the actual words of our satisfied and loyal customers. Boaters in the know exactly where to go. And there's a reason. We've got it all for our boater buddies. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
Well, I would say some of the biggest challenges to building American-made furniture is competing with low overseas wages. America has higher wages.
Ben and Arvid Huth from Penny Mustard Furnishings.
It's still a big benefit to make it in the United States because even though labor costs are higher, we all know the American worker is the most efficient, most productive worker in the world, especially employees in the Midwest. Midwest people are renowned for their work ethic. There's advantages to that outweigh extra labor cost. And there's also a lot of other advantages. Freight costs parts are way cheaper if it's made locally.
If you build furniture in China and you send it to the Midwest, it's 8,000 miles to get here. And in order to make that travel, you have to be well packaged, heavy cardboard, lots of foam, lots of bubble wrap. We don't do any of that.
Not very environmentally friendly.
No, not very environmentally friendly if you're concerned about that, but we just use a blanket, right? Our furniture travels from the wood shop to our warehouse and right to the customer. And everything's touched by our people. We have no third party touching any of that, so we can control that quality.
PennyMustard.com.
This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. We have two big humps in this business, right before summer and right after fall. And for us, that's when the lines are the longest. Folks usually choose to do their exterior work during those times, and what I'm trying to do here with this message is level out the flow of business so that we don't have to disappoint anyone come November and December because they were hoping to get their work done before the snow flies. I understand where the focus is during summer, but you know what? It really is a great time to get signed up for your exterior work, like siding and windows, because that's when the lines are the shortest, and it's the one time that we're pretty sure we're not going to get any snow. So if you're looking to get your work done, why put it off? The lines are shorter and we'll be ready. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, call Semper Fi, because you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray. Andrea joining us as well. And Charlie is in the producer's studio ready to take your calls at 855-616-1620. We'd love for you to participate. People already texting in FWT to get on that list, to get that July special as soon as it comes out. Also, to get registered for the trip for two to any RIU location in Punta Cana or Cancun, correct?
Yeah, and what's very cool is I am one of the people that text in FWT. That's F like Frank, F like Fox, W like World, T like Travel, because I wanted to see what it looked like. And it's pretty cool because it top reasons to book early and save, because there are some exclusive savings to be had, because there are limited nonstop flights. Andrea, what do we know about spring break in 2025?
Yeah, we did some digging for most of the school districts located anywhere near where any of our offices are. So pretty much like Green Bay down to Milwaukee. Most school districts have the same spring break this year because Easter is so late. They're all doing it the same week. So space is flying off the shelves already. We're already running into some availability issues with spring break week for people that have been calling in, texting in, and asking questions about spring break. So we are encouraging everybody every year to get in, get early, get the deals now, so you know that there is space to be had. But this year specifically, if spring break is the week you have to go, getting on the list, having a conversation with our advisors is really, really going to be crucial for you this year.
And we kind of understand that if you are an educator or that you have kids of a certain age, I mean, any educator that's listening is probably saying, Rose, don't say that. But, first graders, second graders, taking them out of school, maybe not such a critical thing. But once they get to middle school, taking them out of school, Andrea, speak to that.
Yeah, I have, now a freshman, but I just had an 8th grader, and taking him out of school in elementary school was no problem. I encourage people to do it. I like it. They get a great education from travel. But in middle school, at least our school district, they wouldn't give you homework ahead of time in middle school. You had to make it up when you got back. So that was hard on my 14-year-old to have to do that. And it gets even harder in high school. We're going to run into that problem. So we were always in the fan club of traveling right after spring break because you got better deals and there was less people, and it wasn't a big deal for me to take my kids out. But we're already looking at actual spring break plans for next year because it is going to get hard for me to take him out of high school.
Interesting stuff. Okay,
so
as we're getting ready for that, and let's say we want to go out of the country, but my passport isn't up to date. I hear there's another attempt at renewing them somehow.
Yeah, so here's the deal. We should all have bookmarked travel.state.gov for many, many, many reasons. That is where you find information about passports. That is where you find State Department warnings for a particular destination that you're going to. That is where you enroll in the STEP program, which is Smart Traveler Enrollment Program that we talk about so often. And that is where you can now, with some stipulations, beta test their new system of applying for a renewal online. So normally when your passport is going to expire or has expired, you can go to a passport office. And oftentimes that is a government office of some sort. Many times it's a post office. And in person, do everything you need to do, and then they'll mail it off for you in a secured way, and that's how we proceeded. So some months ago, the government beta tested an opportunity for you to do it online. They're only going to take so many at any given time. You have to be 25 or older. Your passport has to be not have expired within 9 to 15 years. So even if you had a passport 12 years ago and you let it expire, you still are in compliance with that. You have to be able to use the technology on the website to take your photo. Have you ever done something like that? Because you're going to download that photo. So there are some complications, but I went all the way to the part where it said submit because I didn't really have to get a new passport.
Right.
And
you were just testing it out.
Pretty slick.
Yeah.
It's pretty slick. So I know going to one of those government agencies sometimes is a pain. So this is some way that we can reduce it. You cannot be traveling internationally within the next 8 weeks because there is no expedition opportunities on this particular case. But if anybody ever does it, I'd love to hear about it. Call in, text in, let us know that you were one of the lucky ones that did it the last time the government beta tested it, or you're going to do it this time. And we're gonna give it a shot because it really is a world of technology where we shouldn't have to go stand in front of a person. We should be able to do this.
But make sure you're on the legitimate website when you do it.
Right.
Not some, don't Google it and click on a weird link and suddenly you're putting all this information into a...
Right, because there are links like that for not only passports, but we found out for visas as well, where people were trying to do, Andrea, their Punta Cana visa.
No, it was Cancun for the visa tax.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have to, it's a mandatory law for the state of Quintana Roo or Mexico, or where Cancun is, that you have to pay it. It now went up, it's about $15 per person for a tourist tax in essence, and you have to have that before you can leave. And if you Google, Cancun visa tax, Cancun visitor tax, whatever it is, there are hundreds of scam websites that pop on there. So when you book with us, we know we have the right site. There is one legitimate website. It is the government website.
Yes.
And if we've had stories where people have said, "Oh, I did this on my own and I paid $90 a person." We were like, "Nope, red flag."
Yeah,
they're like, "How do we get
one.
that back?" We can't. That is theirs now. So definitely another reason why to work with a travel agency, but very much more a caution to make sure you're looking at the right websites. And like Rose mentioned, travel.state.gov, we all have that website burned into our brains. It's pinned everywhere because we use it so often to check those travel warnings, to check passport validity for certain countries. If you want to just type in Mexico to see if you need X amount of time frame left on your passports, if you need to know what kind of vaccinations you need, how much currency you can bring in. It is such a great resource and library for all things international travel.
And we did get a text that said, be careful. The site is extremely picky about the digital picture that you upload. One of my daughters has been rejected 3 times. So,
Wow.
Yep.
Interesting. Was it not looking the right way, or?
Well, I had to do it for a couple of visas recently, so I understand. They give you a little square. Your head has to be absolutely in that square. The background has to be absolutely perfect. It's
Interesting. But it is doable. Travel.state.gov.
Exactly.
It's 9:23. We're going to take a break. When we come back, more of your calls and texts. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Your drink, sir?
This virtual vacation is brought to you by Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. For the full experience, visit flymke.com to explore our many nonstop destinations. With super convenient parking and low fares, flying from Milwaukee makes traveling so easy, it's like starting your vacation early. Fly easy, fly MKE.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
Vince Vitrano here for Johnson & Sons Paving. You know the front door to your small business? It's not the door. It's the parking lot. And if it's all banged up and potholed, that is not the first impression you want to give to your valued customers. Fix it up or rebuild the whole thing with Johnson & Sons Paving. They do everything in-house. They help you design your project, and they even mix their own asphalt. Plenty of Johnsons over there, but no subcontractors. You get Johnson & Sons Paving every step of the way. One-stop shop for projects of any size. JohnsonandSonsPaving.com.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Slight chance of a shower, especially to the north today, a high of 78. It is going to be hot and humid for the next few days, actually. So get away on a vacation, somewhere nice and temperate, like Alaska, where it's like 80
degrees. Although, as we were packing, actually, because I'm bringing my husband, I packed a little earlier than normal. We're not finished, but it's going to be everything. It's going to be in the 50s in Denali and 40s at night. So, yeah.
So a little range
exactly.
going on there.
Hey, how about this one? We mailed in our passports for renewal recently and received new ones in 10 days.
Come on.
What's what it says?
Come on.
Text line never lies.
855-616-1620 is that text line. If you text FWT to that number, you will get a link back to you. That link has two different things. One, a chance to win a trip for two to Punta Cana or Cancun, along with airfare to any Rio property. And you can fill out the form and get on the list
to get the inside scoop.
So you get the inside scoop on the July sale that'll be coming up.
Correct.
So, two reasons to text FWT to 855-616-1620. Let's go to some of these texts. Good morning. Looking to vacation in Tarifa, Spain.
Tarifa.
Spain. 4 adults going, so can you provide any information on the area, activities, etc.?
Okay, so I had to do a little soul searching and brain jiggling here to remind myself that many, many, many years ago when I went to Morocco, which, by the way, I'm going to Morocco again next year for a real trip this time, not just 2 cities in and out. I do remember being in this part of Spain, and I may have been in this city, and that I don't remember it, but the southern part of Spain is so gorgeous and so beautiful. And when I was making sure that I was going to tell the truth before I took this call, we looked at a map, and it's possible that on a clear day you could stand in this city or this area and see Morocco.
Okay.
So that's how far south it is. So if my memory serves, the food was outstanding, very much like Barcelona, because remember, Barcelona's on the water as well. So seafood galore. They had the tapas, and they had all of the sangria and all of the Spanish things. And it was just what I'm kind of remembering about that. It's considered to be like a hidden gem. Like, not too many people go that far south.
Right.
And so, lucky them.
And surfing.
Oh yeah,
they have. I don't know if these people are into surfing, but you can watch surfers there too. They have really great, like, favorable winds, and it's a really great area to do surf, to watch surf. It's cool.
Because we live in Sheboygan and we go watch surfers.
We do.
Because we're
on Lake Michigan.
So
we are the Malibu of the Midwest.
Oh my gosh! Listen to you two. That was in unison, even. All right, 855-616-1620 is the WTMJ Talking text line. I do want to answer one question here that came through. They asked about Spring Break 2025. You said a lot of the schools are doing it that exact same week because it's so late. Easter's on the 20th
of April.
So are we doing the 15th through the 20th, like that week ahead of?
No.
Or is it the week after?
It's the week after. It's the 22nd to the 29th of March.
So that's the week everybody's going to be off.
The week that very, very, very many of those exclusive non-stop vacation flights
are starting to book up.
Also known as charters, are starting to book up.
Okay. Good to know. So if you want to go during that time frame, or if you want to avoid that time frame, because that's when everybody else is doing
point,
it. There's the dates you're looking at. So we will take your calls and texts, 855-616-1620 on the Fox World Travel Show. But now we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Jack Grau. Good morning, Jack.
Hey, good morning. Job cuts coming to Alverno College. 25 full-time faculty and 12 full-time staff positions are being eliminated in an effort to restructure. The college is also consolidating its 43 undergraduate majors down to 29 and graduate programs from 25 to 19. All undergraduates will be able to graduate, but the university says it's working on finding other schools for 25 grad students to finish their degrees. Traffic adjustments in Milwaukee and Ozaukee counties today. Eastbound traffic on Brown Deer Road is scheduled to be shifted south onto the new reconstructed eastbound lanes. 2 lanes of traffic in each direction will be maintained there. The project is part of the 14-mile I-43 north-south reconstruction project between Silver Spring Drive and Highway 60. And funeral services will be held next week for the late Marquette University president Michael Lovell, who died while on a trip to Italy after a 3-year-long battle with cancer. A mass will be held on Thursday, June 20th at the Church of Jesu, with eulogies beginning at 1 p.m. Archbishop Jerome E. Listecki will preside over the ceremony. Taking a look at your roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving, time saver traffic. Areas that we're certainly keeping an eye on this morning. 94 north to Blankenton, that right shoulder blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Then as we look near Greenfield, 94 south at College Avenue, expect some lane closures due to a disabled vehicle there.
Traffic is sponsored by Angela Calais and Benefit Realty.
At Benefit Realty, pay only 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission and get all the service that you should. Benefit Realty, you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
Your WTMJ 5-day forecast. High of 78 today with a slight chance of showers and a low of 64. Tomorrow for Father's Day, a high of 88 with a slight chance of showers there. Monday, a high of 92 with some pop-up storms possibly. That should be the highest temperature that we experience throughout the week. On Tuesday, a high of 88. On Wednesday, getting down to a high of 86. In Madison, you have temperatures like 68 degrees with some clouds. In Green Bay, 70 degrees and sunny. In Waukesha, it's 67 degrees with sun. Right here in Milwaukee, 66 degrees and mostly sunny. I'm Jack Grau, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News time is 9:32.
Hey, WTMJ's Sean Mercure here. It was time to paint the outside of our house, and I was overwhelmed. I really wasn't looking forward to it. Thank goodness I got in touch with CertaPro Painters, each business independently owned and operated right here in Wisconsin. They made it easy. They were quick. They were efficient. They were friendly and fun. It's CertaPro Painters. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. My home has never looked better, literally. I couldn't be happier. It's CertaPro Painters. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Whether you're an accomplished DIYer or a proud do-it-for-meer, give your home an upgrade with a home equity loan from TrueStone Financial. With rates as low as 5.99% APR and for a limited time, no closing costs. Your TrueStone home equity loan is do-anything financing that makes your home more just the way you wanted her. It's your house. Go nuts. It's true, because we're TrueStone. Improve your pad at truestone.org. Terms and conditions apply. Closing cost offer not valid with competing offers or promotions. Equal housing opportunity.
Planning a getaway? Reserve a parking space that includes superior service and value. Exec Park is the only local family-owned valet parking serving travelers using Mitchell Field for over 42 years. Exec Park has an even greater deal for a limited time just for WTMJ fans. It's just $8.50 a day with cash payment when you mention WTMJ. To get terrific valet parking at this amazing rate, make your required parking reservation today. Call 414-747-1000 or visit execpark.com and tell them you're a fan of WTMJ.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Injuries happen. But you don't have to play in pain or stay on the sidelines. Whether it's your kids dealing with a sports injury, college athletes, or the rest of us weekend warriors, the experts at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin will quickly diagnose your problem, lay out a treatment plan that works for you, and get you back in the game. They fixed my knee. My mother-in-law is back on the dance floor with a new hip. These are the experts you can trust. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Gotta get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane here with Rose Gray and Andrea Pratarelli.
You
right?
got it.
Did I say it right? From Fox World Travel. Summerfest already starting this Thursday, if you can believe that.
That's crazy. You know us old-time Summerfest people, we don't have the hang of that yet.
Yeah, the 3-weekend thing instead of the 2
I'm
weeks
okay
straight.
with it. We just got to get used to it.
3 Dog Night, Little River Band. Who else is there? Kane Brown is there on Thursday, so it all starts off Thursday.
I have 3 Dog Nights stories.
Oh, yeah?
That I
I'll
won't
have to
share
hear
right
them.
now.
855-616-1620 is the WTMJ talk and text line. Let's go to Sarah in Delafield. Good morning, Sarah. What's your question?
Good morning. My question is about global entry, and I wondered if it has the same restriction as a passport, that it can't expire 6 months before you return.
No, it does not. Good question, Sarah. No. You can it can expire and you can do it over again because you're literally, renewing it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that 2 months, I'm going to do it 2 months before mine expires, just because I want to make sure that the processing time isn't real long. So for listeners, global entry is just a way to get through customs when you come back to the United States without actually having to go through those long lines at immigration and all of that kind of thing. You get to go to a special line, a special kiosk in almost every city that accepts international flights. It's remarkable. Now, how do you renew this? Here's the website. It's C as in Charlie, B as in Baker, P as in Papa.gov. So Customs and Border Protection is what that stands for, right? So cbp.gov, and that will give you information about global entry, how you go about applying for a new global entry, how you go about renewing your global entry. And what's cool about global entry, and Sarah knows this because she has it, is that
Yes.
TSA is rolled right into that. So when you're traveling domestically, you get the TSA perk, and when you're traveling internationally, you get to have global entry when you come back to the U.S. Have you used it, Sarah?
Yes, and it was wonderful. It was like there were 3 people ahead of me, and the other line, there were like 300 people in that line. So it was great.
Exactly. So that's my plan, Sarah. I'm going to go ahead 2 months before mine is going to expire. I'm going to start the rule. I'm going to start the process. Yep.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for
Love your
listening.
show.
Have a great weekend.
Andrea, you got a little story about mobile passport.
Yeah, so I don't have global entry. I should, but I don't because I travel with a lot of friends that don't have it, and I don't want to be that person that says,
"See you on the other side."
See you on the other side.
Well, I used to do that until I go global entry, and now I don't care about saying "see you on the other side." But okay.
So one thing that I use, and this is going to be a little bit more restrictive than global entry because it's only at most of like the big major airports. So we're talking like Atlanta, Boston, Chicago, Philadelphia, the big majors. It's an app that you can download ahead of time. It's MPC, Mobile Passport Control. It's a free app that you can get. It's the official app created by U.S. Customs and Border Protection, and it's a way to fast track you as well. So what you do, it's if you do a new submission when you're coming home from your international travel, it's only good for 4 hours. So if your flight's longer than 4 hours, don't do it before you get on the flight. I usually, the second that plane touches down in Chicago, I quick open the app, and you can fill out your customs and immigrations forms right on the app. You can take a picture of yourself on the app, and then you don't have to stand in that line. They have a separate line for mobile passport control. So I traveled to Mexico a couple of weeks ago, and we flew back into Chicago, and like Sarah just said, I mean, the lines were pretty long. We were coming back on a Sunday, and all the international flights were coming in at the same time, and we got to kind of skip the line and go right into the mobile passport control line, and there was probably 4 people ahead of us. So we got through pretty expeditiously compared to everybody who didn't have that. So if global entry isn't an option for you, or you don't want to pay for it, and you are traveling internationally going into one of those, again, major airports, you can get the MPC, Mobile Passport Control app. It will tell you on there too whether your arrival airport is accepting that. But for those, again, listening in this area, Chicago would be the biggest, closest one for you. It's a really, really great, easy way to get you through customs and immigrations a little bit quicker.
And that's free?
It is free. Absolutely free.
But again, it's hit or miss. I shouldn't say hit or miss. There are sometimes it doesn't work, and some people can't.
Well, for a long time after COVID, probably 2021, 2022, they weren't accepting mobile passport control. But I traveled to St. Lucia in October, and I was just in Mexico a few weeks ago, and I used it for both, and it worked like a charm because I connected in Atlanta coming home from St. Lucia, and they take it. Houston takes it. I mean, again, all of the bigs will subscribe to mobile passport control, and as long as they have people to man it, there's a separate line for it, and it's worked really well for me.
And that sparked something in my brain. So while you were in Cancun, you got to see a resort that blew your mind. And I'm going to tell you, when you've been in this business as long as I have, and as long as Andrea's been a part of it, she grew up in it, and now you worked at Fox for 12 years. It's a little hard to wow us. This resort wowed Andrea.
I actually got to stay at 2 resorts. It was for Rose talks about our partnership with Signature sometimes, and it was a Signature members trip that I got to go on, and we stayed 3 nights in Playa del Carmen at Impression by Moshe, which is connected to the Secrets brand that we talk a lot about, the Hyatt Inclusive Collection. And that opened a little over a year ago, and it was one of the best hotels I've ever stayed at. I mean, Impression is for those of you that are familiar with Secrets, like the preferred club side. It's a whole separate building. You have a separate lobby. Each room comes with double butlers. There were huge tubs in the room. Moshe means from the tree, from the root of the tree. So everything was wood. Like our key cards to get into the rooms were like little wooden cards.
Really?
The butlers were just phenomenal. They use WhatsApp to communicate with you throughout the day, and the food was phenomenal. The only thing about that hotel is the beach was not great. Playa del Carmen is having a lot of the sargassum, the seagrass issues again right now. And it's a very, very narrow beach, but they have like 14 pools at that hotel. Very cool, unique. Like they made like a little fake cenote style pool, and there's one that they brought sand into, and if you stay on the Impression side, it was one of the best rooftop infinity pools. I hung out there the entire time because it was so cool up there, and you do get some special access over there. And then after 3 days, they shipped us up about an hour and a half to
You make it sound so bad. They shipped us over.
They put us on a bus and shipped us up. It was about an hour and a half to the north, in the newer area north of Cancun. It's Playa Mujeres and Costa Mujeres, which is again about 30 to 45 minutes north of Cancun, where Riviera Maya is south. And there's a brand spanking new Secrets hotel up there called Secrets Playa Blanca. It opened in February. And I was kind of bummed. I'm like, they're making us leave this beautiful Moshe property. I'm going to be so bummed, but it's very cool. It's very clean lines, very aesthetically pleasing. The rooms are gorgeous, really spacious. Again, it's a Secrets property, so adults only. And the beaches up there are so pretty. You want that crystal clear blue water. Warm water, a big wide stretch of white sand beach. That's the place to be. It's not big high rise like you have in Cancun. I don't mind that. Some people do, but the second we got there, our bags weren't even there, and I'm like, get your suit on. We're going in the ocean. It was so pretty, and again, food was great. Service was phenomenal. A few things weren't open yet because they did kind of a soft open in February, but they plan to have that done by the end of July. So that. Look for those hotels too on our July sale list.
Oh my gosh, you loose lip sync ship, sister.
I just want the people to know these are such great hotels.
This is why you need to text FWT to 855-616-1620 so you can get that early recognition. Like they're going to say, hey, here's the sale. It's now, and this is what's coming. You'll be the first to get it.
And these are the resorts, and this is the time frame, and all of that.
All right, we have more text to get to, and your calls as well, 855-616-1620. We will come back. It's the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right. at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
The Vinny table at Penny Mustard reminds me of April.
The month?
April was a girl in my second grade class with perfect bangs who everyone adored.
How does the Vinny table remind you of April?
Because it's all anyone talks about.
Ah.
I just feel bad for all the other tables because they're beautiful too.
Maybe they just need bangs.
Hey.
Come see the Vinny and Violet Dining Room, starting at $63.92 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
WTMJ's Julia Fellow here for Elmbrook Family Dental. I wanted to tell you the news. They not only have 2 beautiful locations in Brookfield I just went to, there's a 3rd dental office under construction right now, opening soon in Wauwatosa. Go to elmbrookfamilydental.com. Their new Wauwatosa dental office is being built right now near Research Park, and it's set to open August 1st. Go to elmbrookfamilydental.com. You don't have to wait months to get in. It's a one-stop shop for the entire family. That's elmbrookfamilydental.com.
Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. The best time to plan a funeral is when you don't have to. Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. There's one near you.
You're off to see the wonderful world, and then it's back to your own castle. Make sure yours is beautiful and up to date. Siding Unlimited, Wisconsin's best contractor for everything on the outside of your castle, welcomes you home to the best it can be. You should not have to worry about your home's integrity while you are away. Let Siding Unlimited ensure it with all the best exterior products. Hometown Siding Unlimited is recognized as one of the best contractors in America by the manufacturers of the nation's best products in siding, roofing, decks, and especially windows. They have the awards. Take the initiative, and Siding Unlimited will make you proud to come home every time, whether it's from an exotic tour or from the grocery store. Set up an appointment with Siding Unlimited for your castle renewal now, and we'll see you when you get back. Bon voyage from Siding Unlimited, and then welcome home. SidingUnlimited.com.
Before you pack your suitcase, hear from the experts. Here's more of the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
855-616-1620, the WTMJ talk and text line. Somebody asked for the spring break dates again because in 2025, most of the schools taking the same week.
Yeah, it's March 22nd to the 29th. That's Saturday to Saturday.
April?
March 22nd. So April, Easter's so late.
Oh.
That all the schools said we're not doing anything with Holy Week or anything like that. Some of the parochial
so they all
schools,
just said the end of March.
March, right. And so our school district it absolutely has done the last week of March our whole lives.
Yeah, and I should say this is not all of them. We just took like the major public, like the Sheboygan area school districts, the Green Bay area school districts, like the big ones, and for the most part, they were all in that same week, so that its space is going to be incredibly hard to come by.
So the last week of March, if you want to plan something, do it now. And if you are planning something and you don't want to run into all that and you can plan around it, those are the dates to skip.
I like the way you think.
Okay. Make sure people know what's going on with your group stuff. Because we haven't announced anything new in the last couple of weeks.
We have not. So how do we find out about exclusive tours and cruises known as Fox Group Vacations? You go to the website, foxworldtravel.com, which, by the way, marketing people, I am so sorry. I have not said that the entire show. I at least say that 4 times every show. foxworldtravel.com. And the menu tab to the left of our logo has everything you need to know, including vacation travel. And when you do vacation travel, you have the wherewithal to put in a destination or an office or a person or a niche market like thing. Like I want to sail my own sailboat in the Virgin Islands. Who do I talk to? But then also there's a group travel tab. And when you hit that, you can see Fox Group Vacations. When you go to that page, you will see a logo that says Fox Group Vacations. Underneath that, it says learn more about our 25 collection from Rose Gray and Colleen Ellsberg. And you can watch an entire virtual travel show where we highlight what we're doing in 2025. And it is a lot, and it is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you keep scrolling down, all the trips are still listed there that you want to go see. So
Right. And it also says more coming, because we did have a texter saying, hey, Rose, what happened to Ireland? It's coming. We, on occasion, have a little challenge with certain things that we have to go ahead and do what we need to do. So I would just love to read these all. Best of Italy and Eastern Europe and the Adriatic and Brews and Views, where you can go to the Oktoberfest and have tickets and not get jostled around and spill your big gigantic mug of beer, speaking from experience. And then we're going to do Tuscany again because we love that so much. And I'm going to Kenya. And we're doing Egypt again, and Morocco, and the Galapagos, which, my gosh, I went a whole entire show practically without talking about the Galapagos. So all of that, so much going on at Fox World Travel. So the summer is no time for us to relax.
No. So if you haven't been to the website lately, go there, check it out, foxworldtravel.com. There's always something new popping up there. And we are going to take one more break before we wrap it up. One segment left. It's the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
It's great to get back home when your castle grounds are grand. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a company that does just that. As in their name, your outdoor living can be grand and the possibilities are unlimited. Patios, decks, water and fire features, lighting, pathways, pergolas, outdoor kitchens. Unleash your imagination out there. Then turn Outdoor Living Unlimited loose. Travel the world and always come home to your dream destination. Start with a voyage to Brookfield's OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Even when you get a great price, diamonds cost a lot of money.
But we want you to be able to buy the engagement ring you really want.
You won't have to settle for anything less than fantastic when you come to Kessler's.
We do everything in our power to make it possible for you to give her that magical engagement ring you really want her to have.
Friendly financing makes it possible.
We can give you 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit.
And with approved credit, we can give you 36 months to pay with just 9.99%.
And if getting your credit approved is a problem, we've even got second chance financing for people who deserve a second chance.
Don't settle for second best. Come to Kessler's.
Seriously, we do everything in our power to make it possible for you to give her that magical engagement ring you really want her to have.
That's the sort of thing you can expect from us when you hear us say, welcome to Kessler's.
Welcome to Kessler's.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com. And one more thing, welcome to Kessler's.
Labor shortages, retention problems, it's been a challenging time for my business. But in Wisconsin, there's 600,000 people with disabilities who are ready to work right now. They just need you to believe in them and say yes. I did.
And once you say yes, Thinkability Wisconsin will be there, providing transition and workforce support for people with disabilities and their employers to help shape a better future for all. It all starts when you say yes. Join the movement at thinkabilitywi.org.
Yard work, playing with the kids, getting back out on the boat, things that should be enjoyable, not painful. Vince Vetrano for Connect Chiropractic, where I've been seeing Dr. Alex Young and his team for nearly a year. My neck, back, and shoulder feeling so much better. It's not just that. Did you know regular chiropractic care can help with sciatica, vertigo, great for athletes, and all without twisting, cracking, or popping? Connect Chiro Docs use a special tool for all the adjustments, so there's no discomfort. Learn more or book your first appointment now at Go Connect Chiro. That's GoConnectChiro.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Take care of your vacation issues before you hit the road. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
This music's getting me excited because tomorrow for Father's Day, we're golfing and then going to the Bavarian Beer House.
Oh my gosh, how fun is that? And that's another thing I didn't do. Andrea, you distract me. That's the problem. No. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Man, I hope just everybody has the best Father's Day ever. I'm going to get on a plane with the father of my child and take him away.
But he won't even see his children?
No, how about, will you see your child and grandchildren?
Child and grandchildren.
We could FaceTime that day.
Okay.
Where are you? Where are you on Father's Day?
Tomorrow's Father's Day, and I'm on a plane.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, we can't FaceTime. We'll celebrate up north. How about that when you get back?
That sounds great.
All right.
So we just want to remind everybody, they can continue doing FWT at 855-616-1620 from now till at least the end of the day. I'm sure of it. And you will get entered to win vacation for two to any Rio in Cancun or Punta Cana with flights or an air voucher if we can't make those nonstops work for you. We want to let everybody know that we are going to continue to add things to our portfolio of fabulous Fox Group vacation trips. We've added another Alaska, because 2025 Alaska's booming again. Colleen is working as fast and furiously as she possibly can to get more and more out there. Her team is the ones that put together Colors of Peru and Morocco and Turkey and New Zealand and Australia and the Galapagos and more and more and more and more and more things all the time. So you should be looking at that. You should be cozying up to your favorite Fox advisor right now to get as much information to them as possible so that when that announcement is made about what's happening, what's happening. That's as much as I can say. They can share it with you and you can be the first to know. You want to listen to WTMJ every Saturday morning because this is also where we let news sometimes slip out accidentally. So,
Let's answer one more question here on the phone. Dennis in Burlington, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey,
a couple of years ago, I called Rose about where to take kids in Hawaii for grandkids. And this time we're going to Alaska, looking for some input into where to take, what cruise line to go to Hawaii with, or goes to Alaska with for teenage boys.
So, Dennis, are you just doing the Inside Passage?
Don't know.
Okay. Well,
really just trying to figure out where to take them.
as soon as we saw your call come up, Andrea and I said the same thing at the exact same time, which was 1, 2, 3, Royal Caribbean. Because we have other choices we could certainly make, but if you want to keep them entertained while you are at sea, you're going to have several at-sea days on an Inside Passage cruise. You're going to need the rock climbing wall, and you're going to need the go-karts, and you're going to need the mini golf, and you're going to need the movie theaters, and you're going to need all the things that Royal Caribbean does so well to make it such a family-friendly experience. I have a great story. One time I met a beautiful young lady. She was 18 years old. She and her grandmother had gone all over the world. She sat with me at dinner and said, on a Holland America ship, I'm very bored.
Well, and part of the reason why I'm not going on this trip with you is because I have a 14-year-old and a 7-year-old, and I do think 13 days and half of that being on a ship would probably get to be a little much for my kids. But and we're already talking about it, I'm convinced that my dad, Rose's husband, is going to come back and say, we got to take the grandkids and we got to go. So we're already trying to figure out what our next move would be to take them. And I do think doing the Inside Passage on a family-friendly ship like Royal Caribbean is probably a good option for them because they do have all the stuff to do on the ship.
And with that said, be on the lookout, Dennis, for news about some space that we may be offering at Fox World Travel to Alaska on Royal Caribbean in 2025, coming out soon.
Oh, my gosh.
Good
You
enough.
guys,
That's good advice. Thanks, Rose.
Thank you, Dennis.
I don't know if we even need the email anymore. You guys are just telling everything out here. Awesome. I love it. So we have a minute left. Wrap it up. What do you guys all do, and how do people get in touch with you?
So, Fox World Travel, we are your full-service travel agency that can provide vacation travel, corporate or business travel, meetings and incentives travel within the vacation team. We also have destination weddings as well as Fox Group Vacation. So I think that sums it all up. We can do it all. We want to help you. How do you reach us? 866-GO-FOX-GO, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. The website is full of information. If you fill out an inquiry, we will get it to the right people and you will get a response.
Awesome.
All right. I'm off north to Alaska. I will not sing the song. I've got people filling in for me the next 2 weeks, and I will have stories to tell when I return.
And when she says people, she means Andrea.
I'm filling in the next 2 weeks.
Awesome. Glad to have you guys on the show. Enjoy Father's Day tomorrow on your air flight and you not seeing your dad. I mean, it's perfect Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Coming in next, Danny Clayton and the crew from Annex Wealth Management.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands.
Champagne's not as cheap as ginger ale, and you can't buy caviar for the same price as candy. But right now, you can buy the highest end Beauty Rest Black and Tempur-Pedic